FBI returns to Idaho home where Bryan Kohberger allegedly murdered 4 college students. Subscribe my channel for more updates. The FBI returned to the Moscow, Idaho home on Tuesday where 4 college students were allegedly killed by Bryan Kohberger in November 2022. University of Idaho students Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogen and Ethan Chapin were killed at the Moscow, Idaho home on November 13, 2022, when Kohberger allegedly entered the home at around 4 a.m. Kohberger's trial was initially scheduled for October, but the murder suspect waived his right to a speedy trial during an August court hearing, significantly delaying a trial. The University of Idaho said in a Tuesday statement that the prosecution and investigators asked the college for access to the King Road house where the murders took place, since Kohberger's trial is delayed indefinitely. With a revised timeline for a trial, the FBI was at the house on Tuesday to get more evidence, the university said. With the new extended timeline, the FBI is on scene today, Tuesday, October 31st, and Wednesday, November 1st, to get documentation to construct visual and audio exhibits and a physical model of the home where Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogen and Kaylee Goncalves were killed, the statement reads. As explained to the university, the visual displays take months to build and were not feasible under the timeline of an October trial. While the measurements and details needed to build a model were taken at the time of the initial investigation, the FBI is using this extended trial timeline to gather their own measurements and images now that the personal property has been removed from the premises, it continues. The university said that plywood covering the home will be taken down for the evidence gathering, then put back up once completed. Families of the victims and survivors were notified of the decision by the prosecutor's office, as well as the defense. According to the university, it's still intending to demolish the home, but it won't be this semester. The University of Idaho announced in February the house would be demolished, also announcing the creation of a healing garden to honor the 4 victims. Shannon Gray, an attorney for Kaylee Goncalves' family, previously criticized the decision to demolish the house, stating that it holds critical evidence to the case. The home itself has enormous evidentiary value as well as being the largest, and one of the most important, pieces of evidence in the case, Gray said. Gray said that the University of Idaho previously asked for the victims' families' opinions on demolishing the house, then proceeded to ignore those opinions and pursue their own self-interests. Judge denies Idaho student murder suspect Bryan Kohberger's indictment dismissal request. Lawyers for suspected Idaho student killer Bryan Kohberger argued Thursday why the grand jury indictment against Kohberger should be dismissed. Earlier this year, defense attorney Jay Logsdon filed the motion to dismiss the murder charges against Kohberger, citing grand jury bias, inadmissible, and insufficient evidence and prosecutorial misconduct. Judge John Judge of Idaho's 2nd Judicial District in Latah County denied the motion to dismiss the grand jury indictment against Kohberger. Logsdon also argued for the standard of proof to be raised to a beyond a reasonable doubt, instead of Idaho's usual, sufficient probable cause, standard at the grand jury level. His request was denied by Judge, who said that changes to the legal system would have to be taken on with a higher court, specifically the state's Supreme Court. Judge also said that he will not ban cameras in the courtroom, but that he needs more control over the cameras in the courtroom. I'm not going to ban cameras in the courtroom, but I need more control over what cameras are doing, Judge told attendees at the Thursday afternoon hearing. Kohberger, 28, who attended Thursday's hearing, is accused of butchering 4 University of Idaho students in a 4 a.m. home invasion attack days before Thanksgiving last year. The victims included seniors Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogen, both 21, and junior Xana Kernodle and freshman Ethan Chapin, both 20. Kohberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary. If he is convicted, the maximum penalty could be death by firing squad.